Espeon's going to be pretty necessary for our team test today. So we have Gyarados here as our starting lead, which is a little bit interesting. I can't say it was the Pokemon I was particularly prepared for here. If you look at the ones I have, we only get 3. I forget because we're not in doubles. Okay, so water. That... well, Gyarados still is a flying lead, so... You know... We do get... Protect and... Well... We can at the very least... Trap it over into speed boost, and then, and button pass over. Restore power. I feel like... I'm gonna get hit like almost immediately, so I might as well just go with Kangaskhan with a speed boost. I might be wrong for it. But I led with what I led with, so you know, I just kind of have to deal with that. Okay. Obviously, Body Slam's gonna be the better one. Now, I might have made a bad move. Might have been better to go to Espeon. Or, wait, did I have Espeon or did I have Vaporeon? I forget. Vaporeon wouldn't... Or no, Vaporeon would have been a better move because of the water matchup. Would have been a better move. But 2 hits will take him out, so, you know, and I don't get 2-shotted, so I have, like... the effective, you know, it's safe. Ooh, okay, they survived 1, but they got paralyzed. So the question is if I die to that. Yeah, I almost do, but here's the cool thing. I didn't die to it. Not that this is going to do much, but... You know, we're at least set up with speed. That gives us a slight advantage. And there really isn't much that they can do. They can swap over into a Pokemon, but... The real hard and set truth of it is... that we do have quite a bit. Stored power. Okay, so I can't use that yet. But I can do... that. Okay. I probably didn't get too many stat boosts off that, but I probably would have done better with... This just ensures I get a speed boost out of it. In fact, if I really want to be... You know, if I really want to do something fun, I could do this. So there's not much they can do about it. Anyways, if I keep doing this... then eventually I can use stored power. Not entirely sure what the, that stuff does, though, to be honest. Let's see. Probably predicts I'll swap over here. Obviously I need to do protect so I can get a speed boost going. And not just get hit. But that effectively gives me a, oh, well, considering how little that did to me, I guess probably shouldn't have done this. I was just wanting to use stored power, because I felt like that would do more damage now. Especially with whatever they're gonna have. Unless they have water absorb, which I don't think you can get with this, but I could be wrong. We'll see if I'm faster or not. Okay, wow. That actually worked better than I thought. Now, traditionally, dark would be something we would want to be incredibly careful with. And that is the case here. But we get a very good thing here, as long as they don't do something I don't expect. Alright, so this gives me at least this. I get one Calm Mind, potentially. Or not. I suppose that's fair. Okay, so they do get a bit of an advantage here, which is a little unfortunate, but as I said, This move can't be used, okay. I'm not very familiar with it, to be honest. But, let's see. Well, I'll go with Body Slam. Sort of gave them more of an advantage than I had in that circumstance, but it's okay. Might get a Mega Beedrill here, if Mega Beedrill's in here. Get a poison. Hey! Welcome to stream. Testing out a new team here. Have a new tempo team testing it out. Since we know Moonblast is at play here, we kind of know what will happen. It will be faster than me. I don't remember if it was physical or special attacks. I'm just gonna do this, because I don't actually know. Since I'm slow and hopefully somewhat tanky, maybe it'll be okay. It's one of the areas I definitely need to work on here. Okay. Might as well just run this if I get the chance, but ooh. I could do better if I was familiar with the special and physical that I put on these. Gardevoir makes it hard because of speed boost now being on Gardevoir. If it wasn't on Gardevoir, then, you know, we would be okay, but I don't actually know if this will go first, this will go second, so kind of devoids that, gives them the advantage, but we'll see. Mostly ineffective. Probably should have pushed with priority here. So yeah, speed boost definitely gives them an advantage. Bigger advantage than I like. They move first, and that kind of does give them an advantage. So then I should have swapped over. I could have got a speed boost. Not sure if it would be a free one. Unfortunately. That doesn't affect special or speed, then I still have an advantage. Okay, I can't use that again. Well, the best I have is this. Super effective. So it does want to taunt. I forget what stat that's going to lower, but... might be a mega. Alright. Let's use this to our advantage at least. That's gonna give us hidden really good side effects. Watch this. Unless we have like super effective, but even then I would be cautious. I think this is the right play. I'm pretty big speed boosted at the moment, so definitely want to be cautious. This isn't a half bad matchup. I know it's going to use priority moves. Look, just one priority for speed. Still something. This is technically the better one, I think. Got a critical hit. Luckily we can Mega too. And we have a speed boost for our Mega. Probably should have done the fake out though. If I can. I might not be able to. If we die to this, just know I should have used fake out. Yeah, I should have been smart and used fake out if I'm able to. Might not be able to though. Yep, that was my own fault. I should have expected it. Luckily, we still have a safe option to take it out. But potentially that is. But Megaing the first thing definitely won't help, but could have a pretty good Pokemon for lucky. Okay, Steel Tape definitely isn't gonna help. Ooh. Protect would have been better. They have the advantage here. I would have had the advantage with Kangaskhan, but I definitely threw the match. I have no idea. They're probably going to be able to take me out one shot with this. If they don't take me out, then that'll be interesting. Probably should just use this move, to be honest. They have an advantage. Unless I barely have any health. Critical hit. All I need is at least one calm mind, and that will almost determine for me how this goes. I'm abusing this, by the way. Ooh. I forget what stat boost we get, but doesn't really matter at the moment. Okay, well at least it doesn't let me misuse it. That's not bad. Fact. It might be okay. I'm gonna do 2 curses. Bring Brings the fence up. Gonna do a wish. I'm gonna swap back. Might not be the smartest move. Okay. We can get a little bit of shenanigans going. We'll see. They have a flying type, I might have to be careful. They didn't go with the flying type right away. Anyways, here's what we do. Lowers the speed stat, but like we determined before, I have to just go ahead and use something that gives me priority. Otherwise, I'm just gonna get hit and knocked out of oblivion. Looks like I would have been okay. Surprised I'm moving in this order. Or was it just swapped out at that point? Okay, so they get a Jolteon. It kind of forces me, doesn't it? waste a couple turns, it doesn't matter. Definitely slower. I don't actually know if that works. At least get one stat. Okay, that won't work, that's for sure. You want to know something cool? Oh wait, that doesn't work. That's right. Well, there ain't much I can do. I can do one more of these and then, you know. Obviously this doesn't work. Critical hit. So inadvertently, it actually works for a double battle, which surprises me a lot. All right. Okay, so we'll take one last look at the team, but that was what we got. And honestly, this has been one of the best teams I think I've ever made in Pokemon. I don't think I've ever had a team where I felt like it literally could go up against anything. And this is only going to get more intricate as they add more Pokemon and moves and mechanics and stuff to Champions. So I'm really excited to see what we'll be able to do in the future with this. Well, here's what I'm going to say at the end here. First off, thank you for joining me. If you like this team, obviously, check it out. These are the moves. These are the stats. Magic Bounce worked like magic quite a bit. Scrappy was what I was trying to show you there with Ceruledge, but I Mega Evolved, which changes my ability. Otherwise, I would have been able to use moves against Ceruledge. So Mega Evolving should only be done if, you know,